There's a sad Apple situation that's going on with the iPhones, and people are scared to update their phones. And the reason why people are scared to update their phones is because it's going to mess it up. And as you can see, a lot of people believe this because it seems like as soon as they update their phone, there's always something weird happening, saying that your phone is overheating and your phone won't continue to charge unless your phone cools down. And a lot of iPhone users been going through this. So let me know if you're an iPhone user and you've been going through this because I have also. And that's crazy because I didn't think about it like that. And it's sad because Apple is going to lose a lot of business if they don't fix this situation. So let's get right into it.
You guys think Apple is ready for what's about to happen to them? I don't think they're ready. These people are so out of touch. You think we're gonna buy iPhones? Are you joking? Never again. I'm looking for alternatives right now because y'all got us up. You think we're just gonna buy the new iPhone? And by the way, I feel my phone overheating. I know y'all did something. I have, what is it? I look it up. It's a 16 Pro Max. I think I got it last summer. Here's the thing. I usually buy every other iPhone. But I don't give a I really don't. You guys got us up. You think we're dumb?
So you cannot convince me that Apple doesn't have technology in my 14 Pro Max that isn't making this happen every single day. This is an everyday occurrence now. And I've had Apple iPhones since 2006. I have never had an Apple iPhone say to me, we can't charge anymore because it's overheating. So 2 years ago, I stopped updating my phone because every time I would update after they came out with the 15, my phone would just stop charging when I plugged it in for about 3 months. And then all of a sudden, after 3 months, it started allowing me to charge again. Now, I don't care how you slice shit cake, it still stinks. I'm convinced that Apple has technology inside of this MFR that prevents me from charging and that is making it overheat so that I'm forced to buy their shit new phone. And I'm not doing it. And I think all of the phones right now are the same way because, let's face it, everything sold in America is made to break.
Has anyone else noticed that the performance of their iPhone has dropped significantly in the past few months? I first noticed it after that last update. It looked like my phone was working harder to do the same tasks, but I've noticed something even worse since then, which is that my phone used to last 2 days on a single charge. It now doesn't even make it through a single day. I think that this is extremely convenient timing for Apple when they are releasing the iPhone 18 soon. I think that their plan is to release updates to make everyone's iPhones slower so that they're forced to upgrade to that iPhone 18. Apple keeps us locked in this cage by preventing us from being able to downgrade easily to a prior OS. And they pretend like your only option is to continue to be forced into these updates. And as I'm making this video, I'm getting a 20% battery remaining notification in the top of my screen, despite only having charged my phone like 30 minutes ago to 40%. It has lost 10% of its battery just making this video, and I have the latest iPhone.
So everybody's iPhone 15 is on fire right now. Everyone's iPhone 15 is just torching. The heat I'm even contracting from this phone to record this video is by God's grace I don't pass out today. But with that being said though, Apple, you're not going to make me fall into consumerism. Apple, I will not buy a new phone. Apple, you cannot get. These are your small games to get us to buy new phones, to get us to upgrade. I'm not upgrading. This 15 Pro Max has been serving me well. It's not going to stop. Let the heat die down. My phone will cool down. You understand? Like, bro, Apple, it's tiring, bro. These consumerism games, I've been there before. It's not working. It's not.
If they can continue to give you new products to obsess over and buy, you aren't going to realize that you are being oppressed on a systemic level. The obsession that Apple has with putting out a new iPhone every single year ties directly into how our wider society is continuously distracting us from the things that they are doing in government by giving us little play toys and new things to desire and new things to spend our hard-earned money on. Not to mention that hard-earned money that we are spending to buy new things that they are using to distract us was literally sold by our life. Like, we sold our life to be able to get the money to buy the things that they are selling to us to distract us from the things that are going on in the world and from the ways that they're disconnecting us from ourselves and each other. The best way to do both of those things is to constantly give you new things to fantasize over, to idolize, to save and spend your money on, so that you never realize that you are actually being oppressed. Bread and circus. I love you.
And Apple, you not slick. Why all of a sudden my iPhone 15, it overheating, I don't got no more storage, my camera blurry, what's happening? Why all of a sudden my iPhone 15 not working? Tell me something. Like, why y'all still do this to us, bro? You see how the economy is? Now I gotta get a new phone, that's what y'all trying to get me done? Like, I paid a lot of money for this phone. It gotta last me the next 4 or 5 years. Why all of a sudden my shit not working, it's overheating? I'm trying to call my mom. See, look at it. It's falling as we're talking. It's falling. Just a useless. Now I have to buy a new phone. Is that what you're telling me? My storage is full. My phone is overheating. It is well.
My phone is overheating, bro. Everyone out there with iPhone 16s and iPhone 15s, I know you're dying. You're dying because your phone is overheating. You go to use it, all of a sudden the screen's gone dark. It's lagging and shit. Your battery's gone. Yeah, I'm on the same page, bro. I'm having to put my phone on the vents of my car so my phone doesn't overheat, bro. It's that bad. And they want to give me some message on about charging has temporarily stopped until phone cools down. Bro, I'm gonna refund this shit.
What do you mean that Apple is releasing the iPhone 18? Why? The 17 just came out not long ago. And they decide to drop the 18 for what? Why are they so quick with these releases, bro? Why?
This is probably going to be my last round of iPhone. I might go back to a flip phone next to Chirp at this point. It's getting ridiculous. I just spent 2 hours at the Apple store, a little over 2 hours, because my other phone, shut off and kept shutting off today. Turns out my battery was swollen. Like, the phone could have literally blown up in my hand. And I'm like, okay, well, do I get the iPhone 16 or 17 and the 18 is going to come out? Why are we coming out with phones every year? Where are these phones going? It's not biodegradable. And everything is a subscription. Why are we leasing phones? Like, why are phones almost $2,000? This is actually getting ridiculous, and we need to take a stance, and we got to cut all this shit out. This is ridiculous. You buy the phone, you pay for Apple Care every month. You can't even just buy Apple Care one time. It's now a subscription. Your phone is a subscription unless you're buying it straight out. But the fact that these phones are $1,300, $1,400 is absolutely ridiculous. And they know the average person cannot pay for that straight out. But we live in a world where you almost need a smartphone of some sort. Baby, how is Android? How's Samsung looking over there? Y'all enjoying y'all Galaxies? Because I might be joining the party.
Is your iPhone randomly overheating, glitching, and just acting strange for no good reason? Well, you're not alone. iPhone users across the country are reporting the same thing, and I received hundreds of tips from people experiencing this. Let's get into it. Now, from the iPhone 13 to the newest iPhone 17 Pro Max, iPhone users have been dealing with a whole lot of major problems over the last couple of months. I'm talking overheating that's so intense that some say it burns their skin or makes the phone too hot to hold without a case. Others report screens freezing, apps crashing or refusing to load, keyboards glitching out completely, batteries draining at a super fast rate, and even Face ID randomly stopping working. Some users say they've experienced black screens with a loading circle that stays stuck on the screen for over a minute, while others claim their touchscreen becomes completely unresponsive after getting the phone up and going. Now, a lot of people have tried all the basic fixes like closing apps, keeping the phone out of direct sunlight, removing cases, but nothing is working. And y'all want to know one theme that came up over and over again in these tips that I got? iPhone users are fed up and overwhelmingly openly say that they'll never buy another iPhone again and they're refusing to upgrade. Vanessa, who has an iPhone 13 Pro Max, told me straight up, "This will be my last iPhone I ever purchased. I'm hesitant to switch to Samsung, so I will most likely move to Motorola." Amelia, an iPhone 14 Pro user, said she's eligible for a new phone through Verizon and made up her mind. "I will be leaving Apple." Bella, frustrated with her iPhone 16 Pro Max, echoed that same sentiment. "I don't think I'm ever going to get another iPhone after this one, honestly," she said. And Jalen, who has an iPhone 15 Pro Max, said he's been dealing with overheating and black screens, but is sticking with his current phone because he refuses to buy a new phone. Stokely, with an iPhone 13 mini, is also looking elsewhere, saying he's heavily considering switching to something more cost effective. Vincel put it bluntly, "It's only getting worse, and I fear it's them forcing an upgrade I don't want and I'm not ready for." Now, beyond the heat, users are reporting bizarre glitches that make daily use a nightmare. Danny, an iPhone 14 owner, said autocorrect has become terrible and aggressive, often adding extra words or substituting incorrect homophones. And she said that she spends more time fixing the mistakes than it fixes hers. She also discovered that Maps data was taking up a staggering 16.84 gigabytes of storage on her phone, even though she doesn't even have the Maps app downloaded. "It's mysteriously grown without me interacting," she said. Austin, with an iPhone 16 Pro, shared that his Face ID stopped working in early June, and now his iPhone gets uncomfortably hot in his pocket while the battery drains fast. Alondra, who upgraded from an iPhone 13 to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, said her new phone overheats, the screen freezes, the keyboard glitches, and talk to text makes more mistakes than ever before. Kylie, also on an iPhone 16 Pro Max, said the keyboard types random letters and words that aren't even close to what she pressed, and her phone opens and closes apps on its own. Meanwhile, Chris, with an iPhone 13 Pro, said overheating forces him to turn his phone off for 10 minutes at a time, and app icons sometimes appear as broken, blank images. So what could possibly be the cause? While Apple has yet to comment, iPhone users are speculating. Some are pointing to excessive summer heat or poor manufacturing. Some reports say that Apple's new AI updates are the culprit to the overheating issues. Others, like Amelia, suspect deeper issues. "I'm assuming it's all because of background AI and surveillance garbage that Apple may be implementing," they said. Now, several users noted that older models like the iPhone 12 or even the iPhone X worked flawlessly for years and that the decline started happening in the recent months. I reached out to Apple for a comment on these widespread issues, and they did not immediately return my request for comment.
This don't make no sense. This is a terrible situation for iPhone users. And the reason why this is a terrible situation is because iPhones cost too much for iPhone users to go through this situation. They shouldn't have to go through this. And at the end of the day, it seems like Apple is taking a long time to sort this situation out because people are really afraid to update their phones because they're going to say the temperature is too high, which is causing the iPhone to overheat. And I know a lot of iPhone users have been experiencing this because I've been experiencing this. And I've been an iPhone user for a long time. So let me know how long y'all been an iPhone user if y'all an iPhone user. And that's sad because it's like, out of all the problems to go through, iPhone users don't want to go through this. We didn't cause this. And a lot of people had iPhones for a long time. I had my iPhone since I was like about 12. And a lot of people been in that same situation. They started having iPhones at a young age also. And that's crazy because we've been through our ups and downs. But it seems like every time a new iPhone is about to release, here come these funny situations with the phone. The phone overheating, the phone acting slow, the phone not giving enough light like it's supposed to. And that's just crazy. And as I can see, I'm seeing a lot of people saying they're tired of iPhones. They're done. They're going to go get an Android because they don't want to have to deal with this each and every year. A new iPhone comes out. And I know it's crazy, but let me know how y'all feel about this. Do y'all feel like this is just a coincidence or this was by design? I believe this was by design. And I know it's crazy, but it seems like once corporate greed takes over, situations tend to get a little different. I'm just saying. This is what I believe. And I know it's a lot of people that believe that too, because come on now. It's always something with the Apple iPhones. And like I always say, a lot of people buy Apple products is because it's convenient now. They've been having Apple products for so long, it's hard for people to just get a new service because they've been so used to Apple for so long. So even if you don't own an iPhone or never want to own an iPhone, leave it in the comments also. And that's my take on this situation. So I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.